Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I was just watching on CNBC a healthcare related debate and how Ozempic may bankrupt the United States because of how expensive it is here in the United States compared to other countries that have other healthcare systems. And they pointed out that in the United States, Ozempic could potentially cost $1,000 a month, and how in Germany it was only $50 a month or something like that, and a few other countries. Got to point out something. For somebody who has other solutions to their weight loss issues, $50 a month for Ozempic is still $50 a month more than they would otherwise need to spend. And I got to point that out because one in six Americans is now regularly taking Ozempic. And just judging from people I know, I mean, I know a few people who praise Ozempic. If you're drinking soda and you're taking Ozempic, if you're binge eating and you're taking Ozempic, if you're still eating processed meats that contain nitrosamines, which are cancer causing and potentially cause obesity, and you're taking Ozempic, you're just throwing your money away. I really have to point that out. This is something that I shouldn't have to point out, right? And yet they have the nerve to blame Ozempic. Yeah, the percentage of people who have genetic issues that they would need to take Ozempic even after doing everything else that they need to do is minuscule. Now, like, there's a second thing I have to point out. We as a society need to create an environment that fosters good, healthy eating habits without creating barriers. What do I mean by barriers? Well, actually, I recorded a video about this last night, about the perils of trying to eat healthy in an unhealthy society. I talked about how sometimes at various social events I've been kicked out, or at least people attempt to kick me out for bringing outside food. I am autistic, which I control very. If I didn't eat the way that I did, I would be institutionalized today. There's no question about that. Up until I was 15 years old, I used to eat a standard American diet, and I was on the fast track to being institutionalized at the time. Unfortunately, YouTube didn't exist. We don't have any home movies to verify that right now. But what does it take to avoid being institutionalized or to need Ozempic and have to spend $10,000 a year taking Ozempic? Well, a lot of times there's a lot of social headwinds to a proper diet that would avoid such. And that's something that we definitely need to work on. I don't know if it requires a political solution or it's one of those things we're all in this together, right? Just like COVID, right? We really need to cultivate a society where taking good care of your health doesn't come with so many headwinds. Just like we did 4 years ago, we needed to create an environment where people didn't feel ashamed of taking time off of work when they were sick, right? It's a similar concept, right? This one is more of a chronic health issue, obviously, right? I really hate to be the one to point this out, but if you're doing anything like drinking soda, binge eating, eating unhealthy food ingredients, and you're taking Ozempic, you're doing something wrong. I'm not necessarily saying the Ozempic is wrong. Ozempic should be your last line of defense, right? That's what I wanted to point out, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.